Novices hurdle. It's Grade 2 company. Capitaine placed in Grade 1 company at 2's Elgin, who brings in the form of the Wolf. Neon Wolf, very much tied in with Elgin at 11-4. It's then 3-1 River Wylde, 9-2 Peter the Mayo Man is a lovely big horse. Big prices outside those four.
In a race dominated by Messrs King, Henderson and Nichols. They've won 9 of the last 11. They dominate again at the top of the market. Let's talk about the grey horse first, Luke. And you'd expect different tactics to we saw last time around the Tolworth.
Yeah, he's learning to settle, this lad. It was a good run behind Finian's Oscar. There's nothing of his quality in there. Just very quickly, the one I like, Fitzy, Peter the Mayo Man on his outside there, strapping big horse. I think he probably needed that run at Musselburgh.
Yeah, he ran a very, very good race at Musselburgh behind Lockdown Spirit Arse, who runs in the same colours as River Wylde, who we see here. But Elgin is Arse, who looked really good when winning here at Kempton when he beat Moorhead. He's Arse who liked the way the race is run, but I like Capitaine from the front end. Sam's got to dictate, and I think if he does this horse will be so much happier in front.
Is that what you'd expect, Lizzie, tactically in this race, to Capitaine to make it this time around?
Yeah, and I think the ride that Sam gave him at Ascot when he won was absolutely fantastic, and I think that would, suit again really to be at the front again.
Ollie Bell, it's a fascinating tactical battle, this.
Yeah, I just spoke to Sam Twiston-Davies, actually. They've now gone into the distance, sort of, and I said to him, are you going to be making the running on this horse? And he sort of cheekily said maybe, but given where he's positioned as they circle around as about to make their way towards the tapes, you'd have to say that Sam's plan here is going to be to go out in front and say, catch me if you can.
Yeah, we'll see if that's the way it plays out. Richard Hoyle's up in the commentary box. The supporters of Finian's Oscar for the festival, Neon Wolf as well. Nice subplot to this race.
It is, Ed. As you mentioned, you've got those horses that have been paying second fiddle in some cases to those sort of horses. But Capitaine, as we pointed out that day, as you see the result of the Ida, I'll just give you that quickly whilst it's on the screen. Mystery 10-1, beating Knock and Rawley second at 8-1. Yeah, Capitaine wasn't ridden from the front that day, and he rather pulled his chance away. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not they readopt those front-running tactics, which certainly seems to be the norm. River Wylde, you heard from Nicky Henderson this morning, he wanted fast ground. It has just been a bit gluey, actually. They've finished quite strung out in some of the races. But Capitaine's the 15-8 market leader as they gradually make their way towards the start here. River Wylde 11-4, Elgin 3-1, and the flag is raised here. So they're heading forward. Two similar colours, Capitaine the grey, the noseband, and right next to him, Peter the Mayo Man, as they jump away. So racing them for the Sky Bet Dovecote Novices Hurdle Contest. And out in front, it is the grey Capitaine, so those front-running tactics are being readopted here. They were successful at Ascot and leads by a couple of lengths from Peter the Mayo Man. River Wylde's a little bit keen in third place. That's just fighting for his head slightly in the black and pink colours. He wants to go a little faster than his jockey is prepared to let him at this stage. Bazooka up on the outside with that extravagant white breast girth flapping in the breeze, and Elgin towards the inside in the white and black colours. Now the mount of Tom Cannon replacing the sideline Wayne Hutchinson with Mr. Universum, and the back of the field for Ronnie Baird. So out in front it is Capitaine, and he's actually being allowed an unpestered lead here. About 3 lengths is the gap back to Peter the Mayo Man in second place. Still a little bit keen is River Wylde on the outside of Elgin. River Wylde without any cover. Just see as they come round the bend here, of course with the black and pink colours, just fighting his rider slightly. Then we have Bazooka. The back markers include Mr. Universum and Ronnie Baird. So the 3 outsiders are towards the back of the field as Capitaine is allowed to strut his stuff slightly on the approach towards the third. And they make their way across the all-weather for the second time. 2 flights of hurdles on this part of the racecourse, and Capitaine approaches it, leading by about 5 lengths or so from Peter the Mayo Man. River Wylde in third, they pop over that. Elgin in 4th place. The back trio, Mr. Universum with the Bazooka, and right at the rear of the field is Ronnie Baird. Shortish run then to the 4th. Capitaine takes it fluently. Elgin landed slightly on all 4s, but the 4 market principles are all still well in touch here as Capitaine is on this long run before the 4th last. Capitaine then for Sam Twiston-Davies, leading by a length. Peter the Mayo Man in second place for Noel Feely. Third for Elgin on the inside running rail. River Wylde racing in 4th. The front quartet covered by about 3 lengths. So all to play for, Mick.
Yeah, certainly is, and Sam's delighted now. You can just see his hands. If he can get them down on this horse's neck and he just relaxes for a second, because at the moment he's probably just done a little bit too much, but I'd be happy enough if I back Capitaine at this stage.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep him as relaxed as he can. I'm really pleased the way Peter the Mayo man's going. See Elgin there, just going for a stride, got a decent stride. It is now that they'll start to turn the taps on.
This is the tactical nature of this. You saw the way that both Capitan's rider Sam Twiston-Davies and Nico de Boinville have been anxious to conserve some energy, and Sam's really been able to get quite a nice sit-in here. They're all clustering up on the run towards the third last, and then this long swinging turn for home. So Capitan asked to go forward again, but he didn't see a perfect stride. Leads from Peter the Mayo man, still River Wylde waiting in the wings on the outside of Elgin, and still the front quartet are just covered by about 3 lengths. Mr. Universum has run a nice race in 5th place. He's still on the heels of the leaders, just ahead of Bazooka, and Ronnie Baird is now well behind. So the runners making the turn back towards the second last, and Capitan is allowed a little bit of rain here and asked to press on. Peter the Mayo man in 2nd place. In 3rd is Elgin, still sitting quietly. River Wylde's rider Nico de Boinville just going to swing wider into the straight. They will fan out, and the approach towards the second last with the Dovecote very much in the balance. Capitan hasn't shrugged them off. River Wylde coming here strongly on the stand side. Between the pair, Peter the Mayo man and Elgin throws his hat into the ring. 2 from the finish. River Wylde jumped to the front on the outside. Elgin over on the far side. Between the pair is Peter the Mayo man down towards the last. It is River Wylde. Elgin battling on well for Tom Cannon, and they come down towards the last with the Dovecote at their mercy. River Wylde jumps it much better than Elgin. He emerges with a lead of only a length or so. Back in 3rd place, Peter the Mayo man. River Wylde out in front is edging over to the near side. Elgin is still a length down, but it's River Wylde who hurdled fluently, and at the line is well on top in the Dovecote. River Wylde won for Nico de Boinville and Nicky Henderson. Elgin ran him close in 2nd place. Peter the Mayo man, Capitan, seemingly beaten on merit. Then Bazooka, behind those Ronnie Baird and Mr. Universum. River Wylde has continued what has been an excellent season for him, only tasted defeat once. He holds an entry in the Supreme. So maybe, as Charlie Parks edited the scene, River Wylde has staked his Cheltenham claim in his place.
Let's find out more if that's going to be the case. Nicky Henderson with Matt Chapman.
Pretty much, Nicky with me now, entered in the Supreme. Do you think you might go for that after that, Nicky?
He's good. We've always thought that. So it was needed a little bit after the start of the day. But yeah, let's talk. It's Mike Gretsch and Stuart Parker. They've got this.